Well, I think this is worth recording. It looks like I'm going to get my first ever gold in expert. Even though it's a mini and I had a heck of an easy bracket, it's, yeah, it's looking like I'm gonna, yeah, everybody's pretty much played that's gonna have, yeah, there's nobody else that's everybody else has played and there's an hour left, so looks like I did it. I did it. So I just want to record it and show you all. I think it's worth saving for prosperity and for, yeah, so it starts here, hole 1. So I'll tell what I did. I played a par 4 ball and played 15% downhill. I'm using a Thor 6. So adjusted full top, 3 right. Gave myself some error room there. Didn't want to get too close to that right bunker. And a little bit of curl, a little bit of OP. Then hit
Great shot.
But I had great proofed it, so. Didn't get as far down as I wanted. Not really, but I guess good enough. So that was shot 1 and shot 2. So this was I played this about 30% slider grizzly, couple back, couple left side of the hole. And looking like I'm doing 1201, so I think that was part of it. But this is stupid. I don't know. I hit perfect and it just went way to the right. So I'm thinking I didn't. It was
Nice
maybe
on.
more than that, but I played that at plus 15%, and it looks like I should have played it at plus 20 or even 25. So I got the birdie on that one. I'm not going to show. I mean, that was an easy birdie. So then we go to hole 2, and this is thanks to Peter Johnson and the Whackers, Bushwhackers and JJ. So plus 20% mid-distance. And played this 5 back and all but one, I put 1 full. So 1.5. No, yeah, just I guess about half less right spin. Right to the red at the top, red at the right, mid distance, plus 20% downhill. And because it was 8-3, I pulled pretty much straight with a slight 1201, which is what the note said. And hit
Perfect
right
shot.
in the center of perfect. And guess what? It was the first time I dropped it. Boom. Dead center. Yay! I was so happy because that was the first time I dropped it in tournament. Had done it in shootout, but not for real when it counts. So dang happy with that one. That fired me up for sure. So hole 3, Thor 6, played this plus 10%. 6 top spin, 1 left using a power 4 ball. Two, 3, 4 ball, full top, 1 left. Adjusted at max. Push up. I wish I had a Thor 7 because it just doesn't go the distance. And I guess I could have been way more aggressive on my OP. A little bit of left curl. Yeah, I'm only doing half OP.
Great
Great
shot.
right. And I didn't get very far. I wanted to go way farther. I don't know why. But I only got 446 yards. So that kind of left me in a conundrum. And I didn't know whether I should use a cat or guardian or what. But I guess I'm glad I used the cat because I've got a cat 4. It's not all that great. I had not eagled this one yet in tournament. But I was going to use the tailwind to try and push me. And I think I should have used a little bit more backspin. Full right. Kind of like that. So it was 9-2. Adjusted. And pushed up. So I could use the distance, but I should have pushed up maybe, yeah, and used more curl.
Great
Great
shot.
left. Used more backspin would have been a better idea. And more curl. Because I end up in the rough. And was not happy about that. Big oops. So, pressure's on. Shot 3. It's not always easy when the pressure's on to hit perfect with a Nirvana. Especially when the ball guide looks a little glitchy there. It'll roll right off the other side if you miss it and end up in the bloody bunker. And I didn't want to do that either. I'm going to have to turn those announcements off for Discord. I hit great right.
Shot.
But, oh,
Eagle.
Yay. I was so happy about that. So that's 5 under after 3 holes. So we're on to hole number 4. Plus 10% using my Thor. And I really messed this up, as you will see. So I didn't quite use full top, 4 right, and full adjustment plus 10%. Used a little bit of OP.
Great shot.
Hit another great. Whoops. And it would have been better if I hit great left by a long ways. So I ended up with this situation, and what a mess. Just hate it when this happens. So I got the Grizzly in, and I would have been better off having the Guardian in because I could have used the Guardian instead. So yeah, a big SHIT. So couldn't adjust back, but I thought, okay, we'll just use the sniper and underpower and just hope for the best. So I was offsetting to the left because it always went to the right. And I was just guessing at my adjustment kind of over. And then going to guess at my underpower. I should have just left it where it was.
Perfect
I hit
shot.
perfect though. And oh my goodness, it almost ended up in the bunker. So anyways, I'm in the rough again. So we're after another bunker save or a rough save. Talk about putting pressure on myself. This one was a little bit easier, I think. Well, I don't think a Nirvana rough shot is ever easy. Not that I needed to offset it any. I don't think I could have just left it in the center of the hole, but hit great
Great
right.
shot.
So maybe that was a good thing because
Birdie.
it ended up dropping. So that was -7 after 5, I think, or 8. And then we're on to hole number, oh, that was hole 4. So this is hole 5. And so I played this one plus 10% right at the 12 when 13 goes to 12. Just. I used 4 back and 4 left. And then I did a little bit of wiggling around. So, yeah, I ended up going to 13 yards. And just past the rough. First bounce. Looked like it was lining up with the hole just fine. And played it at max, obviously. So, I think it was 9-3 or something like that. Hit perfect again.
Shot.
Perfect it was. Oh my goodness, so that was 2 out of the 3. And so now we're on to hole 6. The dreaded hole 6. I have been having nothing but problems with this hole, getting all sorts of help with how to do the power slice. I had no problems in the previous tournament with this. Oh, I used 5 top. I was only supposed to use 4. So that's probably one of the reasons I ended up in the position I did. So lining it up where it's just disappearing, adjusting it a bit to the right. Yeah, I did 5 top. That's what that was. And decided to try a little bit of right spin in order to, yeah, and I just can't get enough curl. My ball has almost disappeared off the screen. And my finger's almost slipping. So that one extra top was just a disaster because look where I end up. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I am so screwed. How the heck am I ever going to eagle this hole? I just wrecked my whole round. Because the trees are in the way. But guess what? It was a miracle. I could get in between. So back to the dreaded Nirvana. And I wasn't going to do a full adjustment. I had tried that before because if you're adjusting too much to the left, you can end up bouncing off a tree because it's such a short distance to the trees that if you adjust, the wind hasn't got a chance to actually affect the ball that much. And I discovered that if you're close to a tree,
Great
don't
shot.
adjust. So I got lucky. It went through the shrubberies and
Nice on.
yeah. So don't bounce off trees. I like killing trees, but not really. I don't like them much. So I ended up actually, for the first time this tournament, being able to eagle this one as well. So that left me, I think it was 10. And so we're on to hole 7. And this is, played this 10% downhill, max top, 3 right with my, and I decided I wanted to get more distance. I was playing it with the Thor, but I wanted to get more distance, so I played it with my EM8. Using a Kingmaker. It might have been even more advantageous to use a Power 4. Going straight instead of having to use OP.
Great shot.
But great right didn't hurt. Would have been nicer to go a lot farther. So, yeah, Power 4 might have been a bit better for positioning of this shot. So I'm right at min. So I push the ball up to account for the tailwind when I adjust. And used back, right. Great proofed it, so I didn't want to get too close to that fringe on the right, just in case I hit great. Just where I'm bouncing over the fringe there onto the green. Adjusted minimum. Used plus or minus 10%. Used a bit of curl.
Great shot.
I could have used definitely more curl, because more curl would have got me up. I could have dropped that if I'd used just a tad more curl. So, managed to birdie that one. And so now my biggest disaster, I was going for a hat trick of par 3s. Should have had the rocket in, and I have 5 bags, and do you think I had the rocket in any of them? No. I ended up with my Thor. And so I'm still trying to set it up the same as the rocket would have been. So full, almost full back, and I should have used full back and full right. And I should have brought the ball guide back just a little bit more. At plus 5%, slight 1201. And the rocket would have definitely been...
Perfect shot.
I dropped it last night, and so I was really quite upset. And I could have brought the ball guide back more.
Nice on.
And might have even been able to drop it. But not tonight. I got flustered looking at that gold banner possibility. So in order to secure it, I needed to get an eagle on this one, and I hadn't been having a whole lot of success with this shot. So plus 10% using a Zerk, full top, 1 left. Adjust. Push up 3, well, should have pushed up 3 yards, and I don't, yeah, well, I pushed up 1. And then, guess what? I forgot to overpower it, because it was supposed to be full overpower, and why you push it back is because you didn't want to end up in the bunker. So silly me, I had lots of space and didn't get as far as I wanted. Way short. And behind the trees. So yeah, it's funny how when you get stressed or excited about this kind of thing, you start messing up. My last 2 holes messed up. So yeah, trees are in the way. and don't even reach. But thank goodness it's an 11 tailwind. So it's 0 elevation. Well, I think yeah, 0 elevation. Use the same amount of topspin as if I and right. And then guesstimated what it would have been 7 rings over power. So I wanted just no adjustment back. Just let the wind push my ball up so that hopefully the
Great
second
shot.
bounce was going to hit the rough, which it did. And that was my best shot on this hole
Nice on.
yet. If I had curled it a little bit more or had a little more left spin on that, I could have, yeah, it was perfect distance. So I eagled it. For a minus 14.
Eagle.
So that is my, I mean, I've got minus 15 in expert on a 9 holes. But I'm pretty dang happy with minus 14. Amazing bracket. And going to get me my first gold banner in expert. And here's my card. So that's going to look pretty up there. It will. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you're all staying safe and healthy, taking care of each other, enjoying this awesome game of Golf Clash and our amazing community. So take care, everyone. Thanks again. And good luck and happy Easter.